Hi everybody, I am going to show you a tutorial today on how to use Picmonkey when you're trying to use NAS. So it doesn't really matter what you pick, I usually just generally go with a square. And today I'm going to leave my canvas blank and I'm going to go down to overlays and I'm going to do your own. And I'm going to do something with pianos, so that is my brother in the background. Now I'm going to fade it so I can see the image behind it. Now I don't want my piano that big where it's covering everything, so I'm going to scale it back down. I'm going to do the outline first, just makes it a little bit easier. Oops. Make a divot, go to the paintbrush and fill it back in. You can always do that afterwards too. White on white is one of the easier designs because when you zoom out you can't really tell where the white should and shouldn't be. Now with color it can be a little bit more difficult because you can see that white line in between the object and where you're trying to overlap it. Black on black's pretty easy too, unless it's a different color of black. I'm just going to come back in later and fill those back in later. Now you can kind of see where I have the white line again from. That's okay, you just take your eraser and go back over it. Now I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to make my eraser really big. And since I did the outline around my piano, I know that wherever there's white in the other space, I'm just going to erase it. That way I know that I didn't accidentally erase the piano. Okay, so we're done with that. We're going to do another image. More notes. Do them kind of askew. And we're going to erase them. Now since the outline of the notes are black, it's okay if you erase and get closer to the color, because as you can see right there, you can't really tell that that's there. So you're just making sure that you don't erase into the color. I always recommend to do the outline of your object first because it's so much easier to go back over the rest with a bigger eraser. Sometimes my computer lags and my mouse doesn't move properly. Zooming in and out is a huge key because it gives you the finer detail that you need with some spot. And the only reason why my eraser got bigger was because I zoomed in. Now the images of the notes that you see, they actually came separate in a black lining with a white background, and I put them in paint and I used the spray paint tool and got the rainbow effect in them. So they're a little bit pixely, but I like that effect because it kind of gives you the different layers of the colors. And then to get them to overlap like they did, I actually put them in Picmonkey again and kind of overlap them so it looked like they were intertwining. But it just gives you an idea on how you can overlay images without too much of a hassle. And when I overlap images, so they're intertwining like that, I'll give you an example of that one. This is right here, what my mouse is highlighting. This is how they actually all came. And then these are each ones that I did individually. So we'll do this one first. We'll bring it down here. And we'll go to get the other one. I think I'm going to do 2 of these instead. And we're going to come up here and we're going to fade it down so you can see the images behind the other one. So when you get into erasing, whoops, that's what I didn't want. Hold on. Zoom out. Okay, let's put that back. If any of you saw my note earlier about combining them, this is the image that I want to keep. It's good the way it is. I will erase one spot because I do see a little bit of white that shouldn't be there. Okay. Now I'm going to say that it's good. You come up here where this little, it says combine all images and elements. We're going to do that. Now I can't click on it or move it around. And if you hit the back button, then you can click on everything, move it around, but we're going to go ahead and combine it. Then I'm going to bring out the other ones. Okay, there's one. And here's the other. I'm actually going to make this one a little bit smaller. Okay, fade it so you can see the other image. That's better. Okay, and now we're going to get in the eraser. Again, do your outline first. I don't really worry too much about going over all of it, but I definitely want it to look like the one on top is actually behind it. Now I could have done this differently and put the other one up top. Kind of clean it up, make it look like you didn't, oops. I will definitely say it does take a lot of practice and patience, so don't get too fed up. Now we'll see if it looks alright. There you have it. Ta-da! Now if you don't want it to move again, combine the images. Now they're locked in, you can't move them. Alright, thanks for watching!